And at point guard, speed up the game to feed those shooters with Barrett.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the destination for the Hornets. One of the most... Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Up at forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Andrew Nembhard is out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's Williams at the center filling out the middle. And for the Bucks, the guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Bridges, no one around him. Out to Miller. Second chance effort. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
Saw the box score the next day and thought about those percentages. They had guys just going off in that one.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And it's good, 2 points. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the night.
Open up the floodgates and let Giannis run through. What a joy to watch him in transition.
Knocks it loose. Antetokounmpo with the steal. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating. Williams
with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Here's where some of that quickness from Trent Jr. comes into play. Got the hand out there in time to create the turnover.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
To end the run, out to Miller, beyond the arc, drops in the tray.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
Pass to Okogie. Trent outside. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Had the space there, but it's offline. And Brent, the Bucks last season bowing out in the first round. And the injuries they sustained sure didn't help.
Well, there's just so much, Kevin, that is on the shoulders of Giannis. So to see him go down, with that, the hopes of a Milwaukee title run. It's a reoccurring theme that we talk about every year. You got to be healthy in the playoffs. And these guys have just had players that they rely upon not be ready.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Stolen by Ball. Wants to get it to Nembhard and does. They get a hand on it. Here's Okogie. Nembhard covering. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against Detroit. Ball kicks to Miller. Back to Ball. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Giannis against Bridges. Back to Giannis. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup. Giannis has got 8.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Nembhard with it. Scoreless thus far. And Williams with the stuff.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Bucks leading by 3. Here's Giannis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. 5 to shoot. Back to Bridges. And it's the Bucks on the break. Trent can't hit. Hornets trail by 4. Miller with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. He has 6.
Going deep in his bag there. Miller with the incredible crossover.
For 3, Bridges. They grab their own miss. Another shot. And the layup is good. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Hornets.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal. Just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that. Working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Charlotte calls timeout. And you know, the second night break of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Josh Okogie. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Trent.
And one of the quickest triggers. Lillard says, now you see it, now you don't.
Here's Miller. Porter pulls it in.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yep, it counts.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And a quick look at some of the numbers for LaMelo Ball.
First personal foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for the Hornets, Jalen Suggs. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Collins checked in for the Bucks. And he's good on the second. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 5-point game. Green. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Mann. His last outing, he had 8 points. Knocked away. Green up on top. Covered by Miller. Antetokounmpo, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And how about Isaac there, making himself a big target. Tough to match up with him in these open floor situations.
Pass to Green. Bucks passing it around. Here's Porter. It's blocked. There's the pass to Mann. From downtown, it's hauled in by Giannis. Bucks leading by 5. Outside Porter. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Isaac against Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Outside Green.
On defense, Isaac using all of his height and wingspan, and it really creates a situation where the offensive player is uncomfortable.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Antetokounmpo inside. He's covered by Isaac. Bounce pass Antetokounmpo.
2 minutes remaining in the
Portis, the pass to Porter. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
1:41 left to play in the first. And Milwaukee calls their first timeout of the game.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Charlotte. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And, of course, Milwaukee, 2.5 games back.
And I think for the Bucks, they haven't packed any big surprises into the early part of this season. They're right in the middle of the NBA's pecking order.
And based on their early returns, it's really hard to see that position changing very much in one direction or another. I see them as a team that's right there in the middle of the pack, but not one that's ready to make any leap this year.
Back to Mann. We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. Isaac misses.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
It's Miller on the wing. Fires for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Miller's got 11 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Rollins. Defended by Mann. The shot by Rollins, no good. Charlotte in the lead. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Miller against Portis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Miller. Great D that time from Green.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
They get it again. Here's Miller. It's not going to go for him. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. It's Charlotte up 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game, guys. We've been watching from the Hornets.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Up it forward, it's Miller and Bridges. LaMelo Ball is out there with Suggs. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. And he comes up with the deuce.
Inside, Portis knows exactly what to do. He gets physical and wins that joust.
Suggs kicks the ball. Floats it up for Williams.
Mark Williams.
Here's Trent. A 20-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Andrew Nembhard checked in for Charlotte. Here's Lopez. Rebound by Williams.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
And Charlotte can't hang on to the ball. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Monday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Miami Heat.
And you know for that matchup with Atlanta, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
That free throw good from Lillard. Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, to have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist and it being game time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
And there's the call on Mark Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Passes to Okogie. Lock at 6. Here's Portis. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
And talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look, see if they can keep that up. 6
changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Damian Lillard. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Ball from deep three-point territory. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Now it's a 4-point Charlotte lead. Poke loose. Pass to Suggs. The 3. Offensive rebound. Ball kicks to Suggs. Nembhard, the pass to Bridges. From past the arc. Pass to Suggs. Nembhard with it. Here's the feed to ball. Goes up again. Here's Williams. Tough sequence. There, they just couldn't get it to fall.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldrich. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks.
I'm gonna celebrate tonight with you, and then I'm gonna take a shot. And then we're going to bed. Maybe it depends on if these clouds will go away. It's different from the clouds.
Full 24-second shot clock. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Suggs. On the court for the Hornets. Miles Bridges is out there with Andrew Nimhart. Then it's Ball. Then there's Jalen Suggs. And it's Williams in at the 5 down low. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Hornets.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been
tells everybody what we're going to go do.
This team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. And you think about the value Andrew Nimhart provides. Clark, he really excels at running the offense.
He's the quintessential point guard, VA. Has a great feel for setting up his teammates for what they're trying to get done. Plays with tremendous pace and great confidence. Typically doesn't over-dribble and is unafraid of any moment.
You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, BA, of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring, there's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment value of point production.
Here's Lopez. Still no points. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Now here's Bridges. Pass the ball. Suggs outside. Out to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball right side. Puts up a 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
Very satisfying performance, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. And they ended up winning it going away.
And there's the athletic grace of LaMelo Ball. Poetic.
The Bucks trail by 11. Ball with a steal. Pass to Suggs. Oh, there's the alley. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about
over
it
and
all
back.
the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
I love how tricky Dame can be. He uses a pull-up J to catch the defender totally off balance. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
Boy, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that. Showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
The shot by Lillard, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Bridges. And there's the lob. And Williams punches it home.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Ball passes to Nimhart. Portis against Ball. Bridges outside. From deep. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 5th assist in this one.
Much more efficient this quarter. Feeling more and more confident.
And the Bucks call time here. Well, with the Hornets, they're still seeking their first NBA title, Clark.
Yep, and you think about all the talent that's come through the Queen City, BA. playoff success has eluded them. I mean, hopefully it's just a matter of time before their fans have something to cheer about.
So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Antetokounmpo is checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Okogie. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Trent. And it's Rollins in for Damian Lillard. Kept alive. Portis, nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Hard to exceed Portis' level of energy. I mean, he just doesn't seem to ever stop.
One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
Isaac, he's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Miller. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
The three from Suggs. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Rollins. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on man. Milwaukee shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant. How aware are the players of where they are in the season?
You know, B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that. Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free, and they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Isaac outside. Suggs outside. Pass to Bataze. Outside man. Back to Bataze. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Green. The Bucks have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Rollins gets the bucket.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Porter. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for LaMelo Ball. And here's Charlotte now. Here's Miller.
After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
Boy, he needs to break out of this funk as soon as possible, ASAP. Still scoreless here in the second quarter.
Here's Rollins. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Green against Miller. Clock at 6. And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Pass to Green. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. He'll get a pair at the line. Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
Miller. No good on the 3.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Entering the league, Porter Jr. was a scoring guard type, but he's morphed into more of a ball handler. Very impressive.
Timeout call, the Hornets.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And few fewest turnovers per game. And I love how aggressive they are at pushing the pace off of turnovers. They rank in the top 10 in this category. They just love exploiting their opponent's mistakes.
And you got to be careful shooting on this team. They are #1 in blocks because they have an innate timing for when to rise up and contest shots. Now here's Miller. 14 points for him last game against Detroit.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
The drive by Porter. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got 4 rebounds now. Miller on the wing. Green covering. Miller, the pass to Suggs. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Antetokounmpo with the block.
No mercy shown that time on D by Giannis. Great rejection.
Bucks trail by 16. Here's Rollins. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Antetokounmpo inside. No stopping Giannis.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks guys.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very... That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You got to like what we're seeing from Brandon Miller.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. And it's Green in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Count it. Good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Lillard. Oh, tough shot, Lillard.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunity.
Ball passes to Williams. From behind the arc. Drains the triple. Nembhard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
To the inside. Well, Grant, there are a few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
Okogie's checked in for Milwaukee. Ball outside. Pass to Williams. Nembhard with it, and Lopez picks him up. Here's Ball. Out to Bridges. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 6 assists in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Lillard. He's got 21. Pass to Lopez. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Bridges. Williams grabs the board.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
Stolen by Bridges. Throws it up high. And Ball throws it down.
Check out Ball bouncing to ecstasy. He went upstairs for that one.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Bridges. On the wing, Nembhard. Here's Miller. And a miss there on the triple. The Bucks trail by 19. Antetokounmpo, left side. For three, here's Lillard. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. That one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists in the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
For three, Bridges. Rebounded by Trent.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Out to the right wing. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And another three for Milwaukee.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Bridges with it, and Lopez picks him up. Here's Williams. Another shot. The kick out to Ball. There's the three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo outside. Here's Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in.
Even though his game is more perimeter-oriented now, Lopez can still mix it up inside.
Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Clark, you look at the scoring ability of Miles Bridges. Most nights he feels like he has an advantage.
And I would agree with that when you think about defenders trying to slow down Miles Bridges. Most guys are either too slow or not strong enough to deal with it. As a result, he's able to make it tough for just about anybody who guards him.
Stolen by Ball. For the finish. And Ball throws it down.
Ball showing off those two-way skills, getting it done on both ends.
Bucks trail by 17. Lillard with the ball. Top points from Lillard.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's Ball. Give him 20. Pass to Williams. Bridges outside. Ball surveys the floor. Miller outside. 5 on the clock. The three. Rebounded by Trent.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Milwaukee making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Porter Jr. comes in for Trent. And it's Rollins in for Damian Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, the block shot. Grabs it out of the air.
You know, he's gifted with incredible length. Isaac is almost a footer. 7 feet, that is. So he should pile up the block shot.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. the hustle stats for Charlotte.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And you got to respect their energy level. A lot of steals, staying active, and making things happen.
Hornets, the pass to Porter. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Bridges. Pulls it. And they get it back.
Hard work on the glass that time gives them the ball back, and they get a chance to milk a little more clock.
Isaac for three. Bridges finds ball. Up and over Porter. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And looking at overall steal numbers, here are the teams that continue to wreak havoc. Number one, the Hornets.
And credit their relentless nature defensively for causing the mistakes. They apply a ton of pressure.
Man, it's deflected.
Okogie's defense is top tier. He never stops working and causing problems at that end of the floor.
Green's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And a change for the Hornets. Suggs is checked in for Ball. The Bucks trail by 14. Porter looks it over. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Shoots it from the corner. And that one's long. The Bucks have gone 8 of 13 in the second half. On the attack, Green, and out of bounds, the Hornets will take it. And a quick look at how Charlotte's schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Wednesday, they'll host the Miami Heat.
And for the game against the Hawks, it's the second game of a back-to-back. So you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That'll be a second foul of the game. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks.
Coming onto the floor for your Bucks.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
First in steals, and no team is better at dialing up the break. They have tremendous athletes who are built to score in the open floor.
Ranking #1 in steals, this team gets after it on the defensive end. They aren't afraid to take chances and go for opportunities to take the ball when they see them.
There's aggressive, and then there's trying to do too much. His scoreless effort is hurting this team. Still looking for his first make, and they could really use the help right now.
Pass to Suggs. Up and over Porter. Suggs, no good. The Bucks trail by 16. Launches a three, and Porter hits from deep. Porter's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Porter Jr., we know he can create his own shot, but he also can knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Isaac outside. There's the triple. And out of bounds. The Bucks will take it. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Hornets. They currently hold the 4th best record in the conference. And of course, the Bucks. Back 2.5 games.
Seeing where the Bucks are, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that path.
Clock at 4. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Here's Bridges. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
On that drive there, you can see Bridges anticipating the resistance and the contact and still managed to stay focused on getting into the shot.
Miller's checked in for Isaac. And he's good on the second. The Bucks trail by 14. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Mann. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
14 foul.
1:24 left in the 3rd. Porter in the post. He's covered by Suggs.
Since the break, he has really struggled to get going.
Porter's shot is off.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that. And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
And so Porter will bring it up for Milwaukee. Pass to Rollins. Okogie on the wing. The three. Pure from three-point range. Okogie's got 7 points in the game.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Porter against Suggs. Here's the Taze. Outside man. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Lopez. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Porter against Suggs.
Charlotte foul.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
15 fouls.
The first free throw is good.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Trent's checked in.
You know, we've seen Kevin Porter Jr. play the 1-2 and the 3, and no matter where he plays, KPJ is a bucket getter.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Hey, they've just committed too many fouls. Well, you don't want to give up easy shots. You also don't want to give away points by fouling. It's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Big round of applause for your Bucks Youth Dance Team. Once again, Bucks fans, let's hear it for your young Bucks dancers.
There's 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game.
Defense having really no effect on Bridges. He just keeps producing with no sign of slowing down.
Now here's Porter. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Charlotte in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. A moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers in the huddle.
What they're banking on is us going too quick, forcing turnovers. That's how they can score. Just be solid, okay? Come on.
Telling his guys not to fall into their trap. Coach Rivers wants his team to play their style of basketball.
And it's really good advice, B.A. You can't afford to play the other team's pace or you're just going to get torched.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. 4th quarter on the court for the Hornets. It's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spot. Andrew Nembhard is out there with Trey Mann. And it's Williams in at center. From deep 3-point range and out of bounds, the Bucks will take it. And Charlotte making a change here. Ball's checked in. Bucks trail by 13. Over to the left wing. Ball against Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, look at Giannis power in.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
And Paul gets it to go.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Oh, that's LaMelo ballin'.
Boy, you look at Ball, and I really think he excels more in the open court than he does in the half court.
And Milwaukee shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Bridges has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Miller. Pass to Bridges. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Damian Lillard picks one up. It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you've got to match his. He gives the team, I think, a nice edge and being able to perform on a consistent basis.
Okogie's checked in for Rollins. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth.
Really hard to get to the shot of Lopez, especially with his reach.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for the Bucks.
He's perfect from the line this time.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Ball. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Brook Lopez.
Already in his career, we've seen the numerous ways in which Ball can score. He's got a lot in his package.
And the creative LaMelo Ball. Anytime he touches the rock, Clark, you expect a highlight reel play. How fun is he?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. He's so uber creative. And he's got a flash and a flair to his game. But he's highly skilled and fundamentally sound, too. That's the one part that sometimes can be lost amidst all the flash. But he's a fun guy to watch hoop, that's for sure.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Antetokounmpo's got 20 points. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Ball. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And you cannot leave anybody open on Ball's team because this guy is excellent at finding his teammates.
Lillard against Ball. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. Knocks it loose. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Lillard.
He has the ability simply to take over games, and that's what makes games so much fun to watch.
Ball outside. Pass to Miller. Three-pointer. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 8 now on the night. Lillard against Ball. Lillard passes to Okogie. Now Lopez. Back to Okogie. Antetokounmpo outside. Pulls up, high post. Another one falls for Milwaukee.
Giannis has added the mid-range game to his arsenal, and he's very effective from there.
And Ball throws it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Miller outside. Pass to Williams. Now Bridges. Back to Ball. He's still feeling it. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Ball against Lillard. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him. Second shot opportunity. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. And there's the call. Charlotte with a foul.
Okogie is such a tough matchup inside, in part because he's got long arms to go with tremendous athleticism.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And the Hornets with possession here. Nembhard, the pass to Williams. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Okogie. It's not going to go for him. Charlotte leading by 13. Here's Nembhard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Miller outside. It's stolen by Trent. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. The Hornets have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Here's Ball. Okogie pulls down the board. Bucks trail by 13. And here's Lillard. Williams grabs the board. Miller right side. Pass to Ball. Nembhard with it. Let's go with a three. That shot off. The Bucks shooting 55% since the start of the fourth. Stolen by Miller. Count it. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
And it's Lillard penetrating.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's Ball. The shot misses. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. Trailing by 13. Oh, Lillard just owning the paint.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Now Ball to the middle. The ball's knocked loose. Miller outside. 6 to shoot. Up top, Bridges. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Bridges has got 28.
I'll tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Timeout called. Milwaukee.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Let's take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Miles Bridges.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today.
This here was a gutsy performance from him in front of a tough crowd. The fans were on his back, and it never got to him. If anything, it motivated him more. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising. An effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
Hornets foul. Miller. Second personal foul. 15 foul.
No good on that one.
At the line for 2. Gary Trent Jr.
And he sinks the second. Here's Suggs. And he lobs it up top. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You know, that's a set that's comfortable for Bridges. I mean, he's got a good feel for the pick and roll, either as a creator or as a finisher.
Foul called on Jalen Suggs. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. Free throw good, Lillard. And both free throws good for Lillard. 1:57 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Nembhard. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Miller. It's Bridges on the wing. Drops in the 3. Bridges has got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, you can see the work being put in on that particular shot for Bridges, and his confidence as a result is continuing to grow.
Suggs, the pass to Williams. Oh, stolen by Lillard. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. 1:37 left in the fourth. Launches it from deep.
Well, that is great defense from Suggs. He's got all the tools.
Oh, that was something else, man. Wow, show us some power.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Hornets.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
And that's an important win. You never like to lose 2 in a row to a team, especially if you only see them 3 times.
Most definitely. I mean, going down 2-0 would have made their third and final meeting of the season really difficult to win, but now they'll go into it with confidence and really liking their chances.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Miles Bridges.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
So it's Milwaukee now. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. The rebound by Nembhard. Here's Suggs out to Bridges. Miller right side. Picked it out of midair. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Okogie, guarded by Miller to halt the run. Nice shot by Okogie.
Oh, I like this from Okogie. I mean, still refining his perimeter game, so he makes his presence felt inside.
Nembhard outside. Three-pointer, Bridges. Doesn't go that time. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road,
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Thank you. Wait, whoa. Time out. I'm gonna just take this off. Joanne. How do you? That's my middle name. Everybody calls me like that though. Did I pronounce it correctly? Geno. 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 How's it? That's my middle name. Thank you, Aaron. We out.
Can Ben Simmons make a brick shot? Well, guys, we got Ben here dribbling a brick, and every time I miss a basket, I have to get closer and closer to the hoop. So first one is basically from full court. We make it, and nope, it's a brick. Okay, next one we're gonna. Okay, what is going on with that brick? Next up, we're gonna attempt this one from the three-point line, other side of the court. And yeah, that was an air ball. All right, we're gonna get a little bit closer. This one from half court. Can we make it? Come on, Ben. Oh, okay, that's another air ball. We gotta at least hit the rim. Come on, Ben. At least hit the rim. Nope, another air ball. Come on, Ben. Just hit the rim. What is happening? You can't even hit the rim from this distance. I guess we gotta get a little bit closer right here, guys. Come on. How about this one from the three-point line? And still a brick. We're gonna get a little bit closer now, guys. From the free throw line, can we finally make it? And nope, still a brick. Get just a little bit closer, like right here. And finally he made it. And Ben Simmons made it.